snow or sunshine? What's going to happen this winter?
Will old man winter throw us into a seemingly endless deep freeze? Our CBS 2 weather team is here now with our local forecast. We've been wondering about this. It's been so mild.
Well, yeah, and here's the deal. NOAA just today came out with their numbers as far as what this winter's going to be like. It's pretty much in thinking with what we've come up with in the CBS 2 Weather Center. So my colleague Vanessa is going to take us through what we've been dealing with thus far, and then I'll try to break down what lies ahead.
Right, so a little walk back down memory lane here. First off, last winter, what was up? What happened? Here's a look at the numbers. Overall, this year, truthfully, has been above normal, and winter was no exception. Take a look at this mild average temperature, more than 4 degrees above normal. As for snowfall last winter, we actually ranked a little bit above seasonable. The summer, very much in the norm. Temperatures precip just about where they should be. What about moving forward now? As we look at the current conditions as of fall, from September through mid-October, it's been exceptionally warm and dry. We're talking average temperatures so far nearly 5 degrees above normal, but for October it's been more than 7 degrees above normal, and the dry spell, well, it will continue. Already running a deficit this fall of over 4 inches, and we don't have rainfall in the forecast for days. So the big question lying ahead is, will this very warm, dry stretch continue through the winter, or will La Nina throw a little bit of a wrench into this very typical trend as we have it right now, Lonnie?
Well, you know, it's funny. So you say, we'll throw a wrench into the works. And I think La Nina could possibly, if it forms, Vanessa. We don't actually have a La Nina yet, but we are thinking we'll probably get a very weak or moderate La Nina that's not going to be very long-lived, because sea surface temperatures in the Pacific, at least, are running basically about average, below surface, a little bit below average. So that actually has an influence on our weather and our winter here. So what you're really dealing with for New York City would be warmer and wetter. But it's all about the rain-snow line. New York City could be warmer and wetter. And then you go north of, say, 84 to 87. It could be a little bit of a different story. So here's how I'm breaking it down. The first half of this coming winter trends milder for everybody with average precipitation. But as we get into the second half of the winter, I think there will be more frequent cold shots, more storms. Now, it's not necessarily all snowstorms. It's the rain-snow line, again, that's going to dictate everything for our area. I think it's very possible to see, again, Central Park having, you know, an average sort of winter, maybe even a little bit below or a little bit above. I'll point that out in just a moment. But you go north of the city, and that's where you can see the bigger numbers. I'm very certain that you'll find bigger numbers north of the city. So here's how we see it, all right? Our forecast for the upcoming winter, the temperatures will run about 4 to 8 degrees above normal, about average rainfall. And for snowfall, we're calling for 20 to 30 inches, maybe a little bit more. I need to put that in perspective for you. For Central Park, the average number, about 26. 25.8 is an average winter. Well, if you're on the 30-inch side of it, you're going to be a little bit above average. If you're on the 20-inch side of that, you'd be a little bit below average. But this is how we see things coming together. Again, kind of in line with what we saw last winter. And, you know, as far as last winter goes, not a lot of complaints. And if you can remember, looking back to last winter, we would have been way below average, right? It was that one storm that we had like 8 inches of snow before that one snowstorm really put us above average.
Otherwise, nothing.
Otherwise, 8 inches. You're right. Would have been a pretty lackluster winter. I think this year you'll probably see a few more storms than we saw last winter.
So maybe some snow days that the kids can look forward to.
The kids love the snow days. I think
that's all they want.
Looking for a lot of snow days. I think you got to get up into, like, say, Orange County and north.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
We'll keep track.
Thank you, Lonnie.